Stop everything because this is not a drill. Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo have just sent the fashion world into absolute chaos. And what we discovered will make you question everything you thought you knew about these two icons. Designer pieces are moving between closets. Sharing is happening at a level we've never seen before. And fans are now convinced something deeply personal is unfolding behind closed doors. Was this a simple wardrobe coincidence, or are we witnessing the most intimate fashion exchange between two people who clearly share more than just red carpets? Stay till the end because the details we uncovered are sending shippers into a complete meltdown. And trust me, you're going to want to hear every single word of this. Before we dive into the jaw-dropping evidence, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on those post notifications because updates on this story are coming fast. And you absolutely do not want to miss a single moment of what's about to unfold. Now let's talk about what everyone in the K-drama community is whispering about. Lee Min-ho spotted wearing Hye Kyo's designer pieces, and the fashion receipts are undeniable. Fashionistas and K-drama lovers, brace yourselves because what just surfaced might be one of the most telling revelations we've had about these two in years. Over the past several weeks, eagle-eyed fans noticed something extraordinary happening with Lee Min-ho's wardrobe choices, and once the pieces were put together, the picture became crystal clear. High-end designer items that were previously documented in Hye Kyo's personal collection have mysteriously appeared on Lee Min-ho. And according to multiple fashion insiders and tracking accounts, this isn't random borrowing or coincidental styling. These are signature pieces, custom items, and limited editions that don't just float around the celebrity circuit. Let that sink in for a moment. Not borrowed from a stylist's rack, not pulled from a brand showroom, not part of any promotional campaign. These are Hye Kyo's personal designer pieces, now living in Lee Min-ho's closet. Personally owned, actually shared. Let the implications of that wash over you. Why this fashion discovery changes everything. Let's be extremely clear here. Both Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo are global ambassadors for the world's most exclusive luxury brands. They have access to anything and everything fashion has to offer. Designers literally create custom pieces for them. Their closets are filled with items most people will only ever see in magazines. So when high fashion tracking accounts noticed identical rare pieces crossing between their wardrobes, it immediately raised every eyebrow in the fashion and entertainment industries. This wasn't a red carpet moment where both wore the same brand. This wasn't a promotional event where matching outfits were coordinated by teams. This wasn't even about wearing similar styles from the same collection. This was quiet, deeply personal, and absolutely intentional. And anyone who understands luxury fashion knows exactly what that means. Fans and fashion experts connect the dots with precision. According to dedicated fashion tracking accounts that have followed both stars for years, the evidence started appearing gradually but unmistakably. Lee Min-ho was photographed arriving at a private dinner wearing a distinctive Loro Piana cashmere coat, navy with specific custom details, that Hye Kyo had been spotted wearing just months earlier during her trip to Paris. Then came the Brunello Cucinelli scarf, a limited piece from an exclusive collection that Hye Kyo was documented owning, suddenly appearing wrapped around Lee Min-ho's neck during a casual airport departure. The Tom Ford sunglasses showed up next, a custom frame that Hye Kyo's stylist had confirmed was made specifically for her face shape and preferences, now sitting perfectly on Lee Min-ho's face during what looked like a completely private outing. Fashion investigators didn't stop there. They found matching Hermes leather accessories, identical custom Berluti boots in what appeared to be coordinated colors, and even a Bottega Veneta bag that had Hye Kyo's initials subtly embossed inside, caught on camera when Lee Min-ho's security briefly opened it at an event. And here's the detail that sent the fashion community into overdrive. These weren't just similar items from the same collections that anyone with money could buy. These were the exact same physical pieces, identifiable by custom details, unique wear patterns, specific alterations, and in some cases, personalized elements that confirmed without doubt these items had moved from one closet to another. Fans quickly concluded this wasn't coincidental fashion taste or even just friendly sharing. This was wardrobe integration. This was the kind of clothing exchange that happens when personal boundaries have completely dissolved. The significance of luxury item sharing in celebrity culture. Here's where understanding the psychology of high fashion ownership becomes crucial. Song Hye Kyo has always been known as someone with impeccable taste, a meticulously curated wardrobe, and an almost reverential relationship with her designer pieces. She doesn't just wear fashion, she collects it, preserves it, and treats each item as a personal treasure. Her closet has been featured in luxury magazines as one of the most enviable private collections in Asia. For someone like Song Hye Kyo to share pieces from her personal archive means something profound. These aren't items she would lend to just anyone, not colleagues, not casual friends, not even family members necessarily. Fashion insiders believe she's deliberately sharing her most precious pieces, allowing Lee Min-ho access to items she's emotionally attached to, creating a merged aesthetic identity between them, and most tellingly, not caring who notices or what conclusions people draw. This isn't something you do casually. This is something you do when someone has become so integrated into your life that the boundaries between mine and yours have ceased to exist. This is what happens when you're building a shared life. The timing reveals everything about their current connection. Now let's examine the timeline, because timing in these situations always tells the real story. The first crossover piece appeared right after both stars mysteriously cleared their schedules for the same 2-week period with no public explanation. Then Song Hye Kyo returned from Milan Fashion Week with significantly more luggage than she arrived with, and within days, Lee Min-ho was spotted wearing items that fashion trackers confirmed came from that exact Milan trip. Their subsequent public appearances showed increasingly coordinated color palettes, not matching outfits but harmonizing aesthetics, the kind of subtle coordination that happens when two people are getting dressed in the same space, sharing morning coffee, discussing their day's plans together. Both began wearing the same niche fragrance brand, confirmed by people who'd been close enough to notice, a scent that isn't widely available and has to be specially ordered. When two people at this level of fame deliberately make space in their lives to share something as personal as their carefully curated wardrobes, that's not convenience, that's intimacy. That's choosing to blur the lines between separate lives. Social media erupted with fashion receipts and relationship theories. The internet basically exploded the moment fashion bloggers started posting side-by-side comparison photos. Comments flooded in from fans, fashion experts, and casual observers alike. Why would Song Hye Kyo share custom pieces unless this was serious? That coat costs more than a car and has her name embroidered inside. This is definitely couple behavior. No other explanation makes sense. They're not even trying to be subtle anymore, and honestly, I'm here for it. The cashmere scarf appears in his photos the same week it disappears from hers. Do the math. When designer pieces start migrating between closets, that's not friendship, that's partnership. And the observations were absolutely correct. The fashion evidence was building an undeniable case. The quiet intimacy language that luxury sharing represents. What makes this revelation so powerful is how it reflects the sophisticated, understated way both Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo operate in their private lives. No loud Instagram announcements with matching couple outfits, no forced publicity stunts with coordinated fashion statements, no dramatic reveals through obvious matching accessories. Instead, we get shared luxury items appearing organically, coordinated but never identical styling choices, private wardrobe access that speaks to domestic intimacy, merged aesthetics that suggest shared living spaces, and now this undeniable evidence of closet integration that can only mean one thing. That's not public relations strategy. That's real-life partnership revealing itself through the small, intimate choices people make when they're building something genuine. Body language and styling choices reveal deeper truths. Fashion analysts who studied their recent appearances noted something remarkable beyond just the shared clothing items. The way Lee Min-ho wore Song Hye Kyo's pieces showed complete comfort and familiarity, as if these items had been in his closet for months, not days. His styling incorporated her pieces seamlessly into his existing aesthetic, suggesting someone had helped him understand how to wear them, how to pair them, how to make them work with his personal style. Song Hye Kyo's recent looks showed subtle influences from Lee Min-ho's more minimalist approach, a surprising shift for someone known for her bold fashion choices. Their color coordination across separate events suggested they were consulting each other, planning their public appearances together, thinking about how they'd look in photos that would inevitably be placed side by side. This wasn't how acquaintances behave. This wasn't even how close friends operate. This was how people in a deeply committed relationship move through the world, conscious of each other, influenced by each other, sharing everything including their most personal possessions. Why this wardrobe revelation matters more than any public statement. This discovery isn't just another celebrity fashion moment. It comes after years of intense speculation, countless dating rumors that both always elegantly deflected, undeniable chemistry that fans have observed since their first project together, and constant public pressure to confirm or deny their relationship status. Having their personal designer pieces now circulating between their wardrobes speaks volumes that no official statement ever could. Song Hye Kyo isn't just dressing him for events, she's sharing her personal treasures with him. Lee Min-ho isn't just borrowing clothes. He's being welcomed into the most intimate aspects of her carefully constructed life. They're creating a shared aesthetic language that announces their connection to anyone paying attention. Speculation about what this means for their living situation. Some fashion investigators have taken the evidence even further, suggesting that the wardrobe sharing indicates they must be spending significant time in the same physical space, possibly sharing a residence or at minimum spending extended periods together. A private apartment where both keep clothing, a shared vacation home where wardrobes naturally blend, a level of domestic partnership where grabbing each other's designer pieces is completely normal, coordinated living that allows for the kind of intimate wardrobe access we're now witnessing. And knowing how carefully both protect their privacy and how intentional every choice they make in the public eye is, this theory makes perfect sense. They're not accidentally revealing this. They're allowing it to be seen by those who are paying close enough attention. Critics and skeptics tried to explain it away, but the evidence won't cooperate. Of course, some people tried to dismiss the fashion findings with alternative explanations. But here's the fundamental problem with every skeptical theory. These pieces are too expensive and too personalized to casually share with anyone. The custom details prove these are the exact same items, not similar purchases. No professional styling relationship would involve personal closet access like this. There's no brand partnership or promotional reason that would explain this level of sharing. The sheer number of crossover pieces eliminates coincidence as a possibility. So what's left when you eliminate every other explanation? Personal relationship, romantic partnership, shared life. Two stars who continue choosing each other in the most personal ways. Time and time again, across years of knowing each other, through countless projects and life changes and career evolutions, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo have shown one consistent pattern. They gravitate toward each other, they protect what they have together, they move through life in parallel ways that keep intersecting, and they do it all with such grace and discretion that most people miss the signs entirely. From coordinated international travel to family gathering overlap to private moments captured by long-range cameras, and now to luxury wardrobe integration, this relationship has evolved far beyond the realm of speculation into something that fashion receipts and clothing tags can actually document and prove. What this means for everyone who's been following their journey. This fashion discovery confirms several things that fans have suspected for years. They are absolutely still connected at the deepest level. They are still prioritizing each other despite demanding careers and constant public scrutiny. They are still maintaining their bond with intention and care. They are building a life together that includes shared possessions, merged aesthetics, and integrated daily existence. And designer clothing, especially at this level of luxury and personalization, represents far more than fashion. It represents trust, intimacy, and the kind of access you only grant to someone who has become essential to your life. The bigger picture beyond just clothes and accessories. Lee Min-ho's closet, now including Song Hye Kyo's designer pieces, isn't just an interesting fashion observation. It's deeply meaningful evidence of where their relationship actually stands. It shows complete trust in each other with items worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It shows partnership in how they present themselves to the world. It shows love expressed through sharing the things that matter to them personally. And most importantly, it shows that whatever Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo have built together is stronger, more real, and more permanent than any amount of public denial or privacy protection could hide. Fashion doesn't lie. Luxury pieces don't migrate between closets without profound reason. And when two people at the absolute peak of global fame start casually wearing each other's custom designer items, that tells you everything about what's really happening in their private world. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Song Hye Kyo is deliberately letting these fashion crossovers be seen? What designer piece would you love to see them share next? Are you convinced this is the proof we've all been waiting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if this fashion investigation convinced you. Share this video with everyone who's been following their story. And subscribe to this channel for non-stop updates because trust me, once you start seeing the fashion evidence, you can't unsee it, and there's definitely more coming. This wardrobe integration is just the beginning of what's about to be revealed.